You got to bounce out of here for your job in like 45 minutes, but that's all right. We're excited to have you for a little bit, dude. Are you excited to work your shift at the Furious Spoon?
Well, it's not even where I'm working tonight. I'm doing
You have 2 jobs?
This is like a random thing I do. It's like a photo booth thing. They do pop-ups. It's basically I stand there and take pictures of rich people and like I fall in love with a girl at every one of these I go to. That's
nice.
Like out of not in my tax bracket.
Cool. It's like a Six Flags crush.
I have like
or like a playground.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I'm not going to say this on. Well, I should find a delicate way to say. Well, anyway, a woman liked one of our videos on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, I think I recognize this picture."
That means 20% of our viewers are women, guys.
I was like, I think I recognize this picture from something Ben showed me on one of his dating apps.
Oh,
yes.
damn it, dude.
Damn, dude. Hey, that's why I'm here.
She's doing research, brother.
It's crazy that Tinder's aware of like what our views on like fucking dogs is. Hey, there's just a bunch of like 45-year-old women Ben's getting molested by who are like also listening to us talk about God.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is
eclectic
crazy.
mix.
Guys, did affect you?
We got something for everyone.
Because I was like, that's why this is an insane thing to have a woman be able to do a deep dive on immediately.
I've been since we started it. It's a new aspect of me meeting people. Is like, oh, okay, yeah, here's this thing.
I'm a crazy guy with a podcast.
Because
I would never show anybody I was trying to like
it's on my Instagram.
podcast.
You say that it's so easy when you're already
That's true.
in a relationship.
Here's the thing. Women love when a man has an insane podcast. They say that they don't. Women say they don't like a lot of things.
Yeah,
but
like straight
Lily
women
loves
love
our podcast.
yeah, dude. Women like it. Women like feeling like they've stuck into a boy's sleepover.
Yeah.
They roll their
Yes.
eyes.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
It's boy talk.
Yeah.
We're being ignorant boys. Is what.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny? It is not a two-way street, though. I don't think there's any guy who wants to listen to an all-girl podcast.
That's true. Or girls, to be honest. I don't know if there's just any, but no.
Yeah.
The closest was I did get obsessed with Red Scare for like 2 years because
Those aren't women. That's
you're
a
right.
new breed of that's something.
They're better than women.
Yeah.
Those are reptilians.
Right.
They got skin suits on.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, I had a nice time. I was saying this before we started. I had a nice time watching the Super Bowl with you guys.
That was fun.
That was
dude.
very
It
fun.
was cool. It was a good Sunday.
It was nice, man.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to most of the game, but there were some moments where I got into it too.
I was like fully into, and it was a bad Super Bowl. Is the thing. It was like not a good, and it like, but I was there the whole way.
I did think it was funny that the Eagles so like heavily dominated
Yeah.
the Chiefs.
I don't think the Chiefs made it past the 50-yard line until what, like the
They got 2
fourth
touchdowns
quarter
in like the last quarter. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it was beyond garbage time. Like,
Yeah, it was very bad. And I love that, like, win or lose, Philadelphia is like just they tear up their own city.
Oh, yeah,
no matter
dude.
what.
Yeah, that was funny knowing that no matter what happens, this New Orleans is gonna be.
Well, they didn't. I don't think they tore up New Orleans too bad, but Philadelphia got
Yeah.
trashed.
Oh, damn.
I had a buddy who's in Philly, and he's like walking down the street, and he put a text in the group chat that was like, "I think I just walked past a dead guy."
Oh, well, this is something. Speaking of smells and street people,
Yes.
I just got off the train from school, and I walked on the train car, and it was just like a horrible smell. And there was like a you walk on, you smell it, and then you look for the like homeless dude sleeping, and I found him, and it was like, all right, I'm just gonna. That's why this train car is empty, because it was every other one was like crammed full. So I just like put my shirt over my nose, and I moved to the other side of the train car from where the guy was sleeping, and I watched everybody just get on and like react to the smell for the whole 40-minute ride, and everybody's putting their shirts over their nose. So I had put myself on the far, what I thought was the furthest away from the source of the smell, right? This is just now. As I'm getting up to get off here in Logan Square, to get off the train, I like poked my head around the corner, like right next to me, that little part of the train car
Yeah.
that's like hidden behind the thing. And there was just a giant human shit just laying there. So I had gotten up and I had gone and sat. I was sitting as close. I was the closest one to the shit of anybody in the
You were listening to the compass in your heart.
Exactly.
But you were getting led.
It
to your
pointed
true
poo
desire.
north. All right, I'll be here all week, folks.
I thought you were about to drop that you sat next to like a dead body.
No, I wish.
that's where that
Honestly,
was
I would have
going.
rather. I would have. No, it
There was a
just-
homeless guy in Portland that smelled fucking good. all the time. And we used to sit on the bus next to each other. He had these crazy long fingernails, but he always smelled like vanilla. It was crazy. Just a good vanilla homeless guy.
I think that's what all homeless people think they smell like.
Yeah.
You know? Because it's like,
I don't know.
you know how you get used to the smell of cigarettes? Like, when I smoked cigarettes, I didn't smell it. But now when somebody walks in from smoking a cigarette, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's like how you can get addicted to like when you're really depressed, or you can kind of like get addicted to like not showering and looking bad.
Yeah.
And you'll look like shit, and you'll look in the mirror and you're like, I think this is fine. You're like, I can leave the house like
I
this.
like how limp my hair is.
That or it's like totally humiliating to like not be able to wipe your ass. Like that is fucking probably what it is. It's probably humiliating to get on a train and you see Ben getting out of film class and he goes to sit next to your shit.
There wasn't
and
any.
he's like, this is fucking bad.
No, you know what? I think they have no idea how bad it is. I think these homeless people have their head in the clouds. Dude.
Literally.
They think they're fine.
A bunch of dreamers out there.
Well, what it always is it's a bunch of people reacting to a thing, but the person responsible for the thing is asleep and, just hanging out. And like, but this was funny because there was nobody attached to the shit. I don't know if it was that homeless guy. He was on. I think I just blamed.
I will say, if you're a homeless guy, you can't lay near human shit.
Yeah.
Right. You'll be blamed for it.
It is true. And even if there's no homeless guy near it, people take advantage of the fact that homeless guys will get blamed for shits in public.
Yeah.
Because I saw a lady in a pantsuit one time shit in a public park, and it was kind of near where homeless people were.
Oh.
So there are people out there who are just taking normal shits, just your normal everyday,
But the fact
middle income.
That's a
having the
pro
foresight,
strat, though.
having the foresight to know your locations, like if I shit here, people will blame it on the homeless people,
business
implies
as
that
usual.
it's a regular, like, it's not a rare occasion. Like, I feel like if you just are about to shit your pants, most people don't deal with that.
This is it. This is a psyop on homeless people. There are homeless people are clean. It's middle class ladies in pantsuits.
Well,
It
some of them
all
smell like
goes
vanilla.
back to middle class women.
Yeah.
They're shitting in public parks and blaming it on homeless guys.
Yeah. I think all the people who want to, all these super, lefties, you sit on a train car with a human shit,
Yeah.
for 30 minutes
Oh,
and
I hate
see
it.
how you'll come off a Republican.
Oh no, I've sat on.
I walked off of that train car. I was like, Gulf of America.
That's where you gotta send them.
Yeah, dude.
The trains in Chicago are nuts, dude.
Yeah.
They're crazy. And I've ridden some pretty bad trains, but
I
like
think Portland's worse. I think
I'm
the Max
sure,
is a lot worse. Because
Portland, yeah.
the Max was crazy. Like I've gotten on the Max and there were just puddles of blood.
People get
everywhere.
stabbed on the Max. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. They used to hotbox heroin in the on the Green Line in Portland. Like, fucking here I feel fine.
Yeah.
I mean I like, dude. I think it's fun when people smoke on the train. Like when
Yeah,
you got
'cause it
like
cuts
a big
the
group
smell
of
of
people.
shit.
I'm cool with that. Like I don't mind the smoking.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if you ride the train, if you're on the red line after 10, it's like a whole different train.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like crazy.
it's a little different.
The night train, I call it.
I do. I
The soul train.
I think it's chill.
I call it. I call the
good hang.
red line the soul train
there was a
For no reason.
Why would you call it that?
for no reason, just because I think it sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll never not be impressed by those guys who like just walk between the train cars selling like loose socks.
You mean the Mexican
Bow,
children?
Bow, bow, bow.
Dude, they just like, I'm like, you're Neo. You broke out of the Matrix.
Yeah.
I would never even consider walking through train cars.
I'm
Like,
terrified to do it. I'm
yeah,
scared.
it's
of it.
very scary.
Well, me and Ben jumped the train one time, and so I know how fast they actually go.
They seem like they're moving faster once you're on them.
There
Yeah.
was a kid. I think there were some TikToks of him. But there was a kid in Chicago. We saw him. He was on the red line by my house at the Argyle stop, riding the train like a fucking sandworm in Dune. Dude, I'm like, how the fuck do you? There's nothing to grip onto. Like, how the fuck you stand
Dude,
on that train, man?
imagine just doing that and having like the Dune score in your headphones.
Definitely, it's got to be awesome.
Crazy.
No, but did you guys hop on a subway or like a train? Like a?
It was
a
a
freight
train.
train.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
We didn't hop on it.
We got Bendels, and we hopped freight to Ohio.
Yeah. No, but we were just trying to cross the tracks to get to this show,
It was an
Or
open mic. It wasn't even a fucking show.
And
God.
our friend, how bad do you want it? No, but our friend like ran, like he saw the train coming, and he just like sprinted before we had like really noticed what was
The
happening.
worst sprint I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Oh,
His
yeah.
back was completely straight.
Yeah.
Have you seen those where he only sprinted with his legs? His arms didn't move.
You ever see somebody run and you're like, I don't think your ancestors did a lot of like sprinting.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. But he made it, and then me and Noah were stuck behind this train, and we were just like, I just didn't like how smug I knew he was on the other side, so we like ran up to it, and it looks like it's like chugging along. It seems kind of slow, so I just like hopped on it, crawled across, and then jumped the other side. And then Noah was like, did the same
Don't
shit.
make it like sound like I was just falling. We made a decision together. to
You
do it.
you rode my bravery.
I did not.
coattails.
What is this tilt in your head like I was just some pussy who was like, oh no, I can't do it. Well, if Ben does it, then I have the strength.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
Well,
That's not how it went down.
I blazed the trail.
That's not what the fuck happened. We said like, should we just jump it? And then we did. You went first, and then I did it.
So that's what I just said.
It's not.
I went first.
It's not the fucking what you did. You know what you're doing.
Look, we both got our knees scraped. We both
Yes.
got matching boo-boos, you know?
Yeah, and then Ben Harkins got actually mad at us.
Really?
Yeah, he thought we'd get beheaded. He thought we were gonna get beheaded by Frey.
did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That's hilarious.
But
I've never hopped on a train. I'm scared.
that's
It's
step one.
it's fast. It's faster than you think it's gonna be because it looks slow, and then you get up on it, and it's like, well, I already made this decision, so I can either fucking jump off and almost die, or I can just like end up in Nebraska. Those are my choices.
Yeah, no, trains are definitely like, it's like how you think like 10 miles an hour is slow until you get hit by a car going 10 miles an hour.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
always like there's a bunch of rocks that you have to jump onto.
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's never.
it's not like a cushy landing.
Yeah.
But hey, we both bombed our 3 minutes.
I got my 3 minutes. Yeah. or 1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
for
Oh my,
zero.
it was
was a midnight
that
mic.
late? You
Yeah.
were hopping on and off a train
Yeah.
under the cover of darkness?
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Good Lord, Ben.
Yeah. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
that was fun. That's part of me and Noah's coming of age story.
Yeah. Also, I peed on him,
Yep.
and he peed back on me.
Yeah.
Why, did somebody get stung by a jellyfish?
No, we went and saw I, Tanya, and
I forgot that's what we were saying.
and he was in the stall next to me, and I thought it'd be funny if I peed on his shoes. So we just started crossing streams under the stall door.
Yeah, dude.
Those
And
are-
that's when we knew.
Yeah.
That's great.
I was like, dude, you want to move in?
Yeah.
You got to
Yes.
take the basement.
Yeah.
But
You guys saw I, Tanya, and then did water sports on
Yeah.
each other.
we did.
That's insane.
I
Man.
got excited from all the Margot Robbie. I was like, I gotta pee.
we moved fast.
Oh, man.
No, but
You guys are,
fucking.
you're a beautiful
How did you
couple.
and Zach meet at an open mic?
You had an open
Yeah.
mic. I think we met at on
It was Emerald City.
Emerald City. That's
Yeah.
right. Yes. Well, I forget. We talked about something. I don't know.
Sorcerer.
We talked about the William Friedkin movie
Talked
Sorcerer.
about Come Town.
Nice.
Yep.
All the things to talk about.
That's all. That's pretty much all we
we've
talk
talked
about.
about
Still.
since,
That's-
I think Come Town is like the fun white guy dog whistle. You
Yeah,
know?
Yeah,
You're
for
trying to
sure.
just find
Well,
someone who you can tolerate being around.
The alarming thing is that everybody, and we will not talk about Come Town at length on this podcast, but the alarming thing about Come Town is that like literally everybody apparently listened to it.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson. Like, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like a secret handshake, you know?
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
you know, which like 2 years ago, it used to just like be like, you just throw out retarded once to see somebody's reaction.
Yeah.
And it was the secret handshake. But now everybody says
Now one
Yeah.
retarded is liberal.
It's
shit.
like
Yeah.
thinking that Come Town, because I was always under the impression like Come Town is like, oh, it's like sort of this underground thing you had to know about. But it's
Yeah.
underground the way that like Black Flag is underground. It's like
Yeah.
the bars are on everything, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what this is.
Yeah, everybody listened to Come Down.
Yeah. Beautiful. But yeah, no, that's how Zach and I met.
Nice.
And now sometimes I will remember how much younger Zach is than me. And I do this, actually, I say this all the time. I cannot believe that I have like a little boy. Like we'll go to, we've been going to Mike's together and I'm like, I'm just hanging out with a little boy. Is this my equal? Is this young
and I'm
little
like,
boy?
dude, I'm hanging out with an old man.
Yeah, dude, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
This is a very Greek arrangement that you and I have.
Is it kind of like a mentor-mentee thing?
Yeah.
I think so, but
Maybe.
but I'm pretty
It's-
sure Zach probably knows more stuff than I do.
Yeah. I
You
don't
guys
know.
put on togas and then lather up with olive oil.
Yeah.
You teach him about triangles and fuck his ass.
Well, it's weird.
that?
More
We're of
oil.
we're of like the same internet era, but we're like 10 years apart, which is strange.
That is
like,
what's really strange about you is that we have a different set of like memories.
Yeah.
Like you were born fucking 10 years after me, but
That's what being different people will do to you.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, no.
Oh, like cultural memories.
Different cultural memories. Yeah, but it is where you are like you're hip to all the internet shit.
Yeah.
That really you would have been like 6 years old. When
Yeah.
I
I don't
looking at
know.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
so that-
like, what's an example?
I mean, Zach, I feel like you just like you know about like Kiwi Farms,
Yeah.
and 4chan, and all
Yeah.
this shit.
Maddox. Yeah.
Maddox, yeah. I can't believe you know. Yeah,
I don't know Maddox.
I like- that's
I
like
know
the-
4chan.
The greatest page in the universe.
yeah. Did
That's
you know about?
the-
let me see if this. Do you guys remember YTMND?
I don't know that.
All right. See, I am the
You
oldest
got it.
person.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
it's
it.
on-
Wait, you take my dick.
Nope. Well, YTMND was this site. It's from this movie called Finding Forrester, and it's it's a quote where Sean Connery goes, "You're the man now, dog." He's talking to a black kid, I think. So he's trying to, but it was this site where you would upload like a short GIF and then an audio
Sure.
clip. And then it would be like /YTMND, and you would just have your page that would like repeat this GIF and audio clip. So like, well, a famous YTMND was Meatspin. I think Meatspin started.
Oh
as a
yeah. I know Meat Spin.
I want to say that
Yeah.
started out as a YTMND, but I might be wrong. And then there was also there was the inverse of it. There was PTKFGS, which is the next line in Finding Forrester, where it goes, "Punch the keys, for God's sake." This is the internet shit that I can all right? This is before the internet was good.
Okay, because I definitely hit the 4chan and like there was the Tumblr cutting yourself,
Got to.
like the Anna pages, the pro
Yes.
anorexia stuff.
Yes.
And then that'sfuck.com was an early one too. That one, or death.com was the other one.
This
No,
is I
knew
no-
Rotten.
Oh, Rotten.com.
God.
That's what I'm thinking of. Rotten.com and That's Fucked were the two. Yeah. And then it
about
very
Miniclip
quickly.
Games?
I knew Miniclip.
Miniclip was great, dude. Flash Player, fucking
Leo
Leo Steele and the Aztec Gold.
Yeah.
you guys remember addictinggames.com?
I think
Of
you
course,
gave-
Stick
classic.
Buddy.
How do you know about addictinggames.com?
It's classic, dude.
Interactive
Classic.
Buddy.
Yeah, you played it in
Interactive
class,
Buddy
dude.
with a
Madness.
But like pretty quickly, the internet
party game.
devolved into like Reddit, like find the pineapple, like r/trees,
Yeah.
and there was like live lava live
r/trees.
Yeah.
Do you remember what was the Harry Potter musical? Did you watch-
Potter Puppet Pals or whatever that was.
No, a Harry Potter musical. It was the
I know
that
that one, though.
fucking guy
I
who was
found-
on Glee
Oh,
Oh,
with the hair.
the dead one?
No.
Oh.
No.
maybe I don't know this
Harry
one.
Potter musical where like everybody claps over Jenny's head because they made Jenny into like the Meg.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was bad.
I remember
It was
the
very
cartoon
bad.
one where there was like, I found the source of the mysterious ticking noise.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a pipe bomb.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
it's
they were
classic,
like,
dude.
Voldemort. That's what.
Yes,
Voldemort-
that's
yeah.
Potter Puppet. That's
Yeah.
Neil Cicierega. I think.
Happy Tree
Yeah.
Friends.
Happy Tree Friends was
Classic.
classic. Did you guys ever go on E-Bombs World?
Yes,
Oh, that sounds familiar.
But
Yeah.
I think by the time I got to it, it was pretty
Yeah, I was
sanitized.
I was on E-Bombs World in the heyday where like they would upload stuff and it was like, oh, there should be some kind of oversight. That's some of this shit. No, and then the one that is like that I still Live Leak went down, but we also liked E-Fucked.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew E-Fucked.
E-Fucked had some crazy shit. E-Fucked was like porn, but it was like it was porn where like
I don't like the
something
sound of it, to be
was
honest.
horribly wrong. So it would be
Yeah.
like There would be like footage of like guys, like a lot of like Japanese porn of guys just like shooting bound women with like really high caliber like airsoft rifles.
Jesus Christ.
set to like classical music.
Oh my god.
There was one where like this girl, it was like
Sounds like a David Lynch film.
it was like a no loads refused. It was like
my god.
It was like all these guys were like coming on this girl, and the last guy they had Down syndrome or something.
Oh my god.
We would just throw this stuff like on the TV.
just background.
Jesus.
Just
Damn,
background.
dude.
Yeah, throw on eFuck. Go to page 29.
Yeah. Hey, babe, want to snuff and chill?
No snuff.
Getting off on
That sounds
airsoft pellet shooting. That's
It's
insane.
hilarious, dude, because the guy also like it's so non-sexual too. It's like she's naked for sure, but the guy who's shooting her, he's in like full gear. He's taking it very seriously.
Another day at work.
He's got like great form,
He's like the Turkish sharpshooter.
dude. He's like on the ground like with a sniper rifle. Like,
There's that sounds like he's gonna give her bee stings with a rubber band.
I think
You
it's
know, that's-
hilarious too. The Japanese they'll like blur out their cock, but they're like cool with shooting women with.
well, the Japanese are crazy because they will. It's like you have to like even when they draw like hentai or like guro or whatever this shit is. It's like
Only violence against clothed women.
you got to put like a line over like the clitoris, but you can draw a girl who's like 9 years old. Like it's so insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what a
it's
backwards
insane.
people, dude.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
well, that's what happens when you drop 2 atomic bombs on
Yeah.
people.
yeah.
Instead
Although
of 3.
I'll say on the podcast, they absolutely had it coming. Yeah, they did, dude. They were up to some bad stuff.
Oh yeah.
They were too scary for their own good.
They were really scary.
yeah.
I knew
Freaky.
Ben would be with me on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, I maybe I shouldn't say the Japanese had those people did not have the atomic bomb coming, but as a culture, they were on a collision course with
Oh, for
disaster.
sure. Yeah.
They got the short straw.
What they're up
we
to
had
in
a new
China and
toy.
stuff. I mean, it's insane.
What if that's actually just a part of the radiation poisoning? Is that their genitals just got blurry?
Yeah, they developed. Malignant pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pixelation. It just spreads until eventually it's like your whole body.
No, when you ever listen to like Japanese, like back when the leftists and then like the ultra right wing people in Japan in the 60s were like they both wanted to return to the time of the emperor. It's like you cannot go back to the time of the emperor.
Yeah.
Dude. That was bad news.
Super bad. yeah.
Imperial Japan is insane.
Freaky, dude.
What do they do?
It was
Lots of beheading.
Level, dude.
The Japanese Imperial Army during World War II committed atrocities
Rape of
as
Nanking.
bad as the Holocaust. The rape
Yeah.
of Nanking.
Okay.
They would
They would do like chemical warfare on like villages in China.
Yes.
They would like create like chemicals and just kill like fucking entire villages of people and
Korea,
stuff.
too.
and then they would do supply drops. So
Yeah.
like the JIA would come through and they would like do supply drops for these Indochina and Chinese villages that had been attacked, and the supply drops would have like diseased rice in them.
Yeah.
So then when they would get sick, they would well, come here, we'll like take care of you, and then they would just do experiments on them.
Yeah.
See, that's
And
the
what
thing.
they want, and they wanted to do that. They were planning to do something similar to San Francisco, from what I understand.
Wow.
See, that's the thing about Japan is like, whatever their craftsmanship. It's like they don't do things half-assed. You know?
They don't.
And it's like, if you're going to order a genocide, do you want to order a genocide from somebody who also makes the Toyota? Or the BMW,
that
one of those
genocide's gonna
genocides
be-
is going to run for
Yeah.
400,000 miles.
It'll retain its value.
Yeah,
I guess the amount of success that you have, you got to just get bored at some point and start doing. Like if you learn how to play drums better than any middle-aged man by the age of 5, afterward, like where do you go from there?
Well,
You
that's
just-
dude. That is what's insane.
Yeah.
Because like I want to say, I also remember learning history class that like Japan thwarted off an thwarted off an invasion from China at some point in like the I don't know what century. They are ferocious people.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that the tiny nation of Japan should be able to like defend themselves. But
it's also the honor thing and like it says everything you
oh
need
yeah,
to know.
in Japan it's like well it's good to kill yourself if you
Yeah.
if you messed up bad enough,
Right.
you should disembowel your stomach while your dad cuts your head off.
Yeah.
That's that's what a therapist would tell you to do.
Yeah. And your mom is just like going to make sure your sword is sharp enough to disembowel you. You know what I mean?
Dude, there's like
Make sure your senpoku sword is sharp.
yeah, if you know what, if you witness the fox's wedding, if you're in the woods when you ought not be and you see the foxes getting married, your own mother will tell you to kill yourself.
Yeah.
That's normal Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
All right.
That was the birth of furry porn.
No, I love I love Japan.
Where's the Chinese porn, though?
One of those guys.
I want to know what Chinese porn is like.
Chinese porn is they don't have it, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not allowed to look at that stuff.
Yeah.
No gooning allowed.
Yeah.
The bukkake of Nanking.
I mean, they're yeah.
Sorry, I just gave myself goosebumps. Sorry. Rough. But yeah. Chinese porn, I feel like it
Who
would be...
did? Could you imagine coming back to find somebody had done that to your Nanking? My
Yeah,
perfectly good Nanking.
Dude. Fuck, man.
Yeah, no, no. Japan is sick. I love those guys. They needed to be taken down a peg, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we let them do... You guys do rice and we can make knives, small knives. And that's good, you know? That's where we've relegated you to work on cars.
Yeah.
It's like we're like the teacher that's like, look, you've got a lot of potential. You just need to point it in a direction. You need to finish what you start.
Yeah.
We put them in detention.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nuclear detention.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Japan.
So we covered genocide, snuff. I'm trying to get it all into my shorter episode.
Well, I mean, I forget what I was gonna say something, but it flew out of my head. Something related to like how fucked up they are. They're culturally like interesting people, and it is because of the bomb. Zach and I were talking about this on the way here. We were literally talking
Really?
about Japan
Wow.
being fucked up because of the bomb.
Yeah.
But they're such a culturally interesting. Oh no, what you said, Noah, is like they're better than like most men at drumming by the time they're 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Japanese music is insane because it is like. You will go down a rabbit hole of getting into like Japanese bands because
Yeah.
they're so fucking good at music and it's like nothing to them.
Yeah.
These are people who don't even like make a full-time living doing this shit.
Yeah.
It's like crosswords for them.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
They're like, yeah,
that's-
of course I can
You do
play.
this for your career?
Well,
You should kill yourself.
No, it's more like they spend like 10,000 hours like becoming like the greatest guitarist of all time, and their dad's like, why did you not become?
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been better for us to get nuked? Because like our cultural phenomenon after the invention of the nuclear bomb, and we got all fucked up from it. We didn't even get hit with it. And what we got out of that was like Andy Warhol like making movies of like a dude getting blown under a table, and he's like, this is because society is over and we're having to reckon with our own death.
Well, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
who think that like a lot of that like the postmodern like art movement of like the 60s was all like CIA
yeah.
funded. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it was
really?
definitely
Yeah,
it
the
was
Doors
tied
and everything.
into like the whole acid tests, and the MK Ultra was conveniently pretty aligned.
Well, yeah, but also just like that, like the art, because like it was.
Well, Jim Morrison's dad started Vietnam, didn't he? It's
Did he?
the Gulf of Tonkin was like a.
I did.
Yeah.
I
knew
didn't
that.
realize Jim Morrison's
dad was like
yeah.
one of the generals
He's
who
an
was
op,
responsible for.
Dude, this is what you find out about every.
It's all CIA.
This is like you know, like whenever I'm mad that I didn't that my career hasn't taken off, I'm like, well, I'm an evil father.
Yeah.
People are strange.
You guys
Like,
know Sidney
sometimes it's
Sweeney's
not-
dad shot Osama bin Laden. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
No, but there was this weird thing where it's like all the abstract art of like the 60s. It was meant to like it was touted as like, oh, look at what free thinkers Americans are.
Yeah.
In contrast to like what we thought, like what we assumed was going on in Soviet Russia. But then you see art from like Soviet Russia,
Yeah,
and it's
like
like this shit's
Tarkovsky,
fucking
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, like the
It's
impression,
crazy.
yeah, the post-war, like
Yeah.
Dude, even just like they're like not even just Tarkovsky's amazing, obviously, but like a lot of like Soviet animation. I follow this Instagram account called Under the Visions, and it's all like 60s and 70s like Soviet animation, and it's like
damn.
this is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's so like visionary.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, it's
So we should nuke ourselves. We should, what is it, sempoku ourselves?
like it's really, I guess what happened is like we developed the bomb, and then like we of course we weren't affected directly by it, but then like the fact that like we introduced it to the world, like we just became a paranoid nation. That's why we had to fake the moon landing, you know.
Now we're talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We should just nuke the moon.
they will do that at some point, I'm pretty sure.
That's the kind of shit you get bored enough, and it's like, you ever heard about Bill Gates? He just wanted to fire a bunch of dust at the sun, and like got pretty close, and then somebody was like, "Whoa, chill, Bill."
There
I
are
forgot
so
that he tried to do that.
Dude, it's funny. There are so few checks and balances when you're just like a billionaire
yeah.
oligarch.
Yeah.
You're just drawing up plans. To
You
shoot
can just
dust at the
grab him by the pussy.
Yeah, dude.
You get this close before somebody steps in and is like, "Hey, don't fuck with the sun,
Yeah.
Bill
Yeah.
Gates."
Well, he got mad enough that he just went and fucking made a fake virus and gave everybody AIDS with the vaccine or whatever.
Yeah, dude. He was very interested in African nations taking his vaccines for a long time. He was like, we got to test it on these guys.
He probably does it.
Yeah, this is a nice anti-vax podcast.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
We are.
I never got a booster.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
I got the one. I got the not a booster, just the one shot.
Yeah.
You see people now that are still clinging on to it. Like I see it on the apps and shit. A lot of these chicks are like,
they're like, "Are you boosted?"
They're still posting in their thing. Like it's crazy to even have anything COVID related in your thing, like in your bio. But they'll be like masked. Like they want to go on a mask. I'm just thinking,
they want to go on a mask.
What kind
date?
of cucked dudes
Be
are
careful,
going on
sweetheart.
mask dates? Like you're gonna go buy them like. That because that's best case scenario if you're trying to meet dudes online and you have that in your thing. He's gonna go buy a mask to come on a date with you.
Well, the other thing is mask date. It's like women wearing a mask makes you like 10 times hotter.
I need to see if you got those DSLs.
I don't know about that. No, but there is something very people are more attractive and you can like only see their eyes. There's something like mysterious about it.
Not me. My eyes are creepy, dude. I hated mask shit.
I guess I don't know if your eyes are that creepy, man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do you have to go?
I got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's got 5.
Yeah, that's crazy that they're still, dude. I mean, I remember when I got my vaccine, because like you get that card where they check you off, and I thought there would be something like, I thought there'd be like an official stamp. The doctor didn't even sign it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is all I have to show. I could have just got one of these.
Yeah.
And done it myself.
Easily.
Which a lot of people did.
It was like construction paper with like stickers on it. It was just nothing.
It was not an official document at all.
The whole thing was like the Greek Agora Day at school, where it's like we're just pretending like we're doing a thing.
Dude, I think I still have mine.
It was like what at the what? It was like the Greek Agora Day?
I still got mine.
You guys never did that?
No. What is that?
It's like where
my vaccine card.
Oh no, I know what that is.
Oh yeah.
Ben is talking about some Greek.
You guys
Agora
never had.
Day.
It was like we were learning about like everybody. You set up basically like a market, and then you have to create some bullshit thing to sell, and it's like a mock Greek market Agora thing. I thought every school did that. Though.
No.
But yeah, that's what COVID felt like. It was like because people would just make bullshit and sell it. Like people would just wrap paper around like an eraser and be like, "This is 5 fake coins."
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of silly. Like when like we couldn't like, especially when like I wasn't able to go to a bar.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have mine on me, and I'm like, but these are all like, this shit's fake. Like,
I just got pissed off at all the fucking GoFundMe's. Like, I don't know. I had somebody hit GoFundMe to try and go to herbology school, and I was just like, "What? Fucking get out!" Like, no, absolutely not. Like, there was such a big emphasis on like community care and like we all have to take care of each other, and a lot of us aren't working anymore. And then a bunch of like pansexuals like got a hold of the concept and were like, buy me a car. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot of that during COVID, where it's like, I mean, what is fucked up? Some people didn't. A lot of people got like the assistants got fucked up. So like a lot of people didn't get the money that they needed when they couldn't work.
I was rolling in it, dude. It was so fucking good.
So I didn't get it for the first 6 months because my employers fucked me over.
Really?
So I was like kind of panicking for the first 6 months, and then I got it all like plus some.
I worked through the whole fucking thing, dude.
You did? Where'd you work?
I was coughing on euros
at
5 days a week. Yeah. But I got a little bit of it, but yeah, barely. I just had to go to work and wear the fucking mask. I remember too, like when COVID started, there was all those fires and like so the like it looked like apocalyptic in Portland, and then everyone was wearing masks, and it was like the air quality was unbreathable, and then I was going outside and like smoking cigarettes.
That's
Like,
awesome.
dude, I don't know how my lungs are alive.
Yeah, the
right
world
now.
turned green. Like the sky was green, and fucking our roommate, his lungs got all fucked up. But I think part of that was him just not wanting to do his job anymore.
Oh yeah, no, that was I got him a job doing construction with me, and he was just like, "Quick, I got to think of an unknown illness to fucking."
Yeah.
So he could get his fucking.
He couldn't.
That's the
hang.
guy who ran
He
stupid.
couldn't hang
too.
with me in the essays, dude.
Yeah.
I can't
love
believe you
Jake.
worked through COVID, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's you shouldn't have done that.
I didn't fucking really have a choice because it was like if you get fired, then you can get the unemployment, or if you like, but you can't quit your job that's still wanting you to come into work
And get the unemployment. Yeah.
So I was just like, well,
My job fucked me over on it because I was working at the escape room and they told me I think they did this on purpose. I filed before they had like done their end of it, so I couldn't get it. And then they're like, well, you can come back and just like work for like, we'll pay you under the table. And I was like, I guess I fucking have to do that.
Yeah.
But they were like testing this thing where like, because nobody could come in, we attached this like iPad rig to us.
Oh wow.
That had the camera phasing out. And so like, celebrities, because it was more expensive than it would have been, so we were trying to play the games where like people would call in and then they would like control us like a Megazord. So we would play the games for them with like a camera rig on our chest, and like, you know, Angelina Jolie or whatever is like, go over there, open that thing. It's just completely humiliating. Are you bouncing out, Ben?
I gotta go.
Have fun taking
It's
pictures
been real.
of those. Zach, we're gonna get
Zach,
you up
get over
here.
Sounds
here.
good. Do a little fade.
Oh wait, maybe Zach, maybe you don't want to. Do you want to sit
I
next
don't
to
know.
Quincy?
Yeah.
All right, Quincy.
Quincy, get
Go on.
down. Well, I forget what we were talking about.
Talking about COVID.
No, yeah, let's not.
Yeah.
Let's get off that.
It's gonna be the end of it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Is there any blood on your? Quincy is on her period.
blood. I think we're chilling.
Dog period. What do you heat? Quincy's in heat.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why Ben's so defensive about his dog's giant pussy.
Dude, it's it's crazy.
It's crazy to
insane.
look at.
Yeah.
I thought maybe because when I came
Let's zoom in on it.
I'm trying not to look,
for the
dude.
YouTube.
when I came over to watch the Super Bowl, I was like, you know, I never want to notice Quincy's pussy, but I was
Yeah.
like, her pussy is popping. Like I was like, her
Yeah,
pussy is like enormous.
Yeah.
And then sure enough,
Oh my God,
she started
yeah.
bleeding that night.
Oh,
And
wow.
the blood came out. It was awesome.
I don't know.
It was crazy.
She's unclean. You should send her into the woods. I don't want to touch her.
You got to be careful because I think
How old is she?
She's 5.
Wow. Okay.
yeah, not
Yeah,
fixed.
no, it needs to be done. It's like it's crazy.
Should we do it right now?
Yeah, dude.
Does somebody have a sewing needle?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Just
no,
use
it's-
your fingers.
'cause
She'll figure it out.
You'll get bed bugs if you're not careful. Because blood,
bugs?
yeah, because blood is what attracts bed. So like blood on like sheets and stuff is like what like attracts bed
Oh,
bugs.
damn. Ben's got bed bugs.
Ben has
No,
bed bugs.
no, no.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
not really.
Dude, I was about to be like, all right,
No.
I was like,
I'm
all right,
sorry.
we-
I'm spreading misinformation.
Okay,
I
good.
didn't mean it.
We're gonna
Yeah,
go
I was
film
about to
We're gonna go film
literally-
outside in 20-degree weather.
No, it's cool. They fucking, we're good.
I was like, no, we don't have a podcast anymore. So I'm like, I'm never coming over here again. No, you must never know. Because my sister got. I don't know if she got him or if the house just got him and they were in her bed, but this was, and it happened during COVID, not to get back on COVID, but they had to like burn the mattress.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Dude, when I was living in the Bay, they used to get bed bugs in the SL, the sober living environments that I knew people from AA in all the time, and they used to just have to like once a year drag all the mattresses out in the backyard and torch them.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
You guys hear about that like AMC theater in New York City? It's in Times Square, and they just have a permanent bed bug problem.
I have a
Really?
story.
Yeah.
I got a
Oh,
story
really?
about this theater.
Holy shit!
Dude, so yeah, at the AMC in Times Square, it is as bad as it sounds. We didn't run into the fucking bed bugs, but I
Yeah.
believe it. Because it used like all those theaters in Times Square, they used to be like fucking like grindhouse, like porno theaters.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, we were there seeing what was that movie that was based on the tweets about that like prostitute?
Oh, Zola.
Zola.
Yeah.
So we went to see Zola. And we saw it. I don't know why we were seeing it at like 10 o'clock at night. It was the only, because we were going to go to the Angelica and then we
Yeah.
missed that one. So I like got tickets to the one in Times Square. The movie's weird. We're like, there's only like 7 people in there. At this point, it's about midnight. And this guy just stands up in the middle of the theater and starts getting completely undressed. and it's right during the segment. It was like a beautiful, like, it's synced up perfectly because it's when she's fucking all the guys in the hotel room and you see this like quick like montage of different kinds of dicks, and then this homeless guy gets totally fucking naked and just like
Wow.
stands in front of the screen with his cock out, and my girlfriend's like, okay, let's go. And so we went out. My girlfriend's very upset, and she was like, we need to tell somebody at the front desk. I'm like, let's just fucking go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
She's like, no, we need to tell somebody. And so we do, and we're like, yeah, there's a homeless guy in Zola who's completely naked in front of the screen. And they're like, all right, well, do you guys want to come up and point him out to us? We're like, it'll be the naked homeless guy. Are you fucking retarded? We're not going back in there.
That fucking rules, dude.
Yeah, that theater is a disaster.
Yeah, if you look at the reviews, people are like, I got bed bugs here. It's like 50 reviews saying the same thing.
Dude, and it's like that theater is like enormous too. It's like 3 stories of just shit.
Imagine getting bed bugs from like a shitty movie.
Going to see Dog with fucking what's his name? Never mind. Fuck it. I fucked up the riff. Hey, forget me talking.
Dog.
I didn't. What's the Channing Tatum?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, K9 or something?
Where he's got yes.
Yeah.
Damn it. Would have been a good riff, but it's gone.
Yeah, you need the movie
It's
knowledge.
done. Seppuku me. It's enough.
Fucking that stupid movie Dog, man.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what? I wonder if there's ever been a movie called Dog. I bet there
There's
hasn't
gotta
been.
be, yeah.
No, there's no way, dude.
There has to be.
That'll be. I'm gonna make a movie called Dog, and I'll put you in it, dude.
That's it. Can I play Channing Tatum?
You can play Channing Tatum.
Thank
dude.
you. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I when I saw Midsummer at the Regal in Northeast Portland, some guy stood up at the end and started screaming about how it was anti-Norse propaganda, and everybody ran out of the theater screaming. And there was this guy with like circular glasses on, you know, one of those guys who has like sweater sleeves that go over his hands, and he fell to his knees in the fucking it was crazy because I went from thinking I was gonna get shot by like a racist in a theater to like being disgusted by a beta male. It's such a quick turn in my political
It's an
agenda.
awesome thing to get mad at that movie.
Anti-Norse propaganda is fucking hilarious.
Well, dude, there was it was like on Stormfront that they were talking about that movie.
my
It was,
God.
I think it was, what's the alt-right guy? The Gavin McInnes was talking about how it was like anti-white heritage propaganda. And so everybody got upset.
Just probably because a Jewish guy made it is like why they were super upset about it too.
Well, yeah, also it's like a creepy bunch of like Aryans out in the middle of the woods killing old people.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? I don't like get when you watch Midsummer. It doesn't feel pointed like anti-white. It's like
No.
because it's just like a riff on like The Wicker Man. So it's just
Yeah.
just like weird European like.
Well, it doesn't have to be the point of it for
Right,
them
yeah.
to like skew it.
But I
you
feel
know?
like, but I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why they like went so hard is because
I'm
Ari
sure.
asked her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's dude. That's fucking retarded. That's so stupid, man. Anti-Norse propaganda. is
Anti-Norse
incredible.
propaganda. I didn't get a good look. I didn't see the guy either. I don't know if he stood up or if he was yelling from his seat, but he was heated.
I do love it's terrible when a good movie is interrupted by a crazy person, but I love when a bad movie gets interrupted by a crazy person.
I did have a good time. There's like a resident homeless guy at Logan right now who just like they just let him hang out. I don't know what his deal is. He's always in the hallway. He's got suitcases.
Fuck
And
yes.
when I went and saw Real Pain, he just he stood at the back and just talked to himself the whole time, and it was kind of nice. I didn't hate it.
Dude, there's a motherfucker when we go to the music box. There's like 2 characters that we keep running into because we go to these like revival showings, so like old movies, so you want to like pay attention. There's this guy who brings a bag of apples every time. He ate. It took him all of Once Upon a Time in America, all 3 hours and 45 minutes to finish this bag of apples. And there's this other guy who I've seen in 3 movies who he shows up to like movies like Days of Heaven, The Fall, one other fucking sad one. Another sad movie, maybe it was La Samurai. And he shows up to these like old, quiet, slow movies, and he proceeds to drink like 6 beers in an hour. Until, like he gets so fucking hammered, and we somehow have sat behind him or close to him, like each time, and he will get fucked up to the point like halfway through the movie, he's like hanging backwards over the chair, like choking on his own spit.
Oh,
as
that
he's snoring.
rules, dude.
Dude, last time, in the middle of Days of Heaven, somebody had to like tap him on the shoulder, and he was like, "Rah!" Like, in the middle.
Dude, the magic of the music box, dude.
The magic of the music box is like it's this beautiful. You would think that just by virtue of it's like it's a 70 millimeter showing of a Terrence Malick classic. You would think that would like filter freaks
Presties
out.
show up, dude. They come out.
That rules, dude. What a good time. What do you think it is that keeps bringing him back? What makes that feel so safe to him?
It's a great vibe.
Dude, I'm gonna be gay and be like genuinely the magic of cinema. Genuinely, it is like the warmth of the glow of the projector. You feel like you're part of something bigger.
And
than
that
That's
room
awesome.
too, and then there's Dennis playing the organ.
Dude,
like,
when Dennis is on the organ,
Shout out Dennis, dude. He's the fucking goat.
Dennis
Like,
at the music box is the fucking man, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I love him.
he's sick. He plays the organ every time. He gives every movie a shot, which is
Yes.
the best. Like they're doing a 3D series once, and they're showing Saw 3D. And he sat down with his friend. There was a guy who was like saving his seat for him, and he came over and he sat down in his saved seat, and he sat and he watched the movie for 5 minutes, and then he got up and left. He gave up. He's like, I'm not watching this shit, but he gave it a chance, dude.
That rules.
He saw 4 minutes of people cheering over a woman being murdered, and he's like, I've seen enough, but like it's awesome to give the movie a chance. Like beforehand, like people were filling him in on like Saw lore. Like,
That's so what a sweet man.
he's
dude.
the greatest, dude. Dennis is
good,
good,
dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's but dude, I love freaks. I love when freaks show up in public.
Yeah, and it's cool because like movie freaks are great because they like know a lot about stuff, you know.
Yes.
Like
they
they're-
know a lot
they're-
about one thing.
Yeah, but like that one thing, you get a wide berth. You
Yes.
know, like it's the only like they're like the only shut-ins who like know about like Taiwanese history or whatever.
Yeah.
like understanding a country or whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
shit like that.
Of
Like,
course.
Like if fucking some Nintendo retard doesn't know anything about like
just-
world history.
I just wish they also knew something about like chewing with their mouth shut. It's like the biggest
they don't know
problem.
anything about that. They know about Simon Lang.
They all
They don't
drive
know how to look you in the eye. You know, like,
Yeah, they are the kind of guys who are like, yeah, I got this cheap. How cool is it, dude?
Have you ever heard of Psychobilly? It's
Dude, psychobilly people are the sickest freaks.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I don't know. They all fucking leather but they're all fat too. So
Yeah.
it's like bad kink.
They listen to Hank 3.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I
man.
don't know.
Subcultures are like it you know, it's funny because I don't know if this is relatable, but like whenever I would like get into whether it's like film or music subculture, I would always like really, because I was sort of on the outside of it, like growing up in the suburbs, so I always like really like romanticize the subcultures as being very like pure and authentic.
sure.
But then you meet like rockabilly people, and you're like, oh, this is gaudy, like this is disgusting. Or you go out and you actually like go to the punk scene, and you're like, oh, these people are corny as fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were gonna be awesome.
Yeah, they're all like furries. Like that's who punk kids are. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I was a Gilman kid for like 9 months because I was like, all right, I'm 15 now. I do drugs. It's time for me to meet some like rough guys. And I started hanging out at this big punk club in the East Bay. And yeah, dude, it was all a bunch of like dorks. They all played Magic the Gathering and like couldn't handle their booze, and they would like cut themselves. And I was like, this is the worst thing
Yeah,
I have ever seen.
They're just people.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I would go to punk shows in Baltimore, like, because there is this thing, like when you're a teenager, like these records that you're discovering after the fact, they feel almost like they're ancient, like
Yeah.
it's monumental in your head, and then you meet the lead singer of one of these bands, and it's like he's sucks.
Yeah.
He's got a
Jello Biafra is great. I met him. He's great, and it's not because he's like a scary or punk rock or anything, dude. He is an adorable old man. He's so goofy. Before his shows, he runs laps in a tracksuit next to the stage. He's a cool guy. It's good stuff.
He's always there's like footage of him like some Dead Kennedys concert where he's got these like green latex gloves on while he's singing. It just looks
Yeah,
so
dude.
silly, dude.
Yeah. He's a silly, goofy guy.
Punk is fucking silly. That's like the hard. Like it's one of the weirdest things to like reconcile as I get older. I'm like, oh, this is goofy.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, I feel like if you're a hard edge person, you're not going to go to a concert. You're gonna like go to war or something.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess that's true. Yeah, if you're like a true killer, it's like you're listening to like what like music. Like you're not
just
giving
not
that much.
listening to music.
Yeah, that's true. There are those people who are just like, I don't understand music.
Yeah.
It's a waste.
There were some
the
like
CIA.
because I used to like meet like old heads or whatever out of the punk scene from the '80s, and they were all pretty fucking wild.
Okay,
Like the '80s punk guys all had like whip it problems or like swastika tattoos and shit. Like it was a pretty fucked up thing. They were all smoked meth, shit like that. But yeah.
And so the other thing that I had to remind myself too when I was young is like punk, like the hard. It was like less than 5 years that it really the scene really existed.
It was like 77 to 85, pretty much.
But see, even by 85, it's kind of over.
Yeah.
I mean, in LA, but then you got like New York hardcore. You have like the second. You got like crossover thrash. That's like the second wave. It's
like DRI and all that shit.
There's bands like Warzone and the Cro-Mags.
Yeah. Cro-Mags was a little earlier too, wasn't it? Because that's like the super violent end of the hardcore scene era, like when Minor Threat quit and shit.
Yes, well, they're a little earlier, but then they kept releasing albums through they became like one of those like mid '80s, early '90s New York hardcore bands.
Okay,
So like I think Best Wishes, I think, is like one of the later albums.
I don't know.
I can't think.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, all that stuff. When I was little, I was literally like, that's just what I want to do. I'm just going to join a tribe. I'm going to shave my head. We'll live communally. It'll be about the music, dude. Yeah, I thought that shit was so real. It's insane. It was all just like posters.
Yeah. And now all those guys like vote red. I don't know.
Yeah, or they're just like, it's funny, like I never hung out with Ian MacKaye.
Yeah.
Although I met Ian MacKaye. But all of the old, like Brendan Canty and a bunch of like the members of Fugazi, like they're just like I met most of them doing comedy in DC.
Yeah.
Because Brendan Canty is like a DJ, and he would DJ a bunch of the after parties for British Young Things, which was like they threw the Benson Ball Festival in DC. And then I opened for the other members of Minor Threat because they formed a band called like Dot Dash. And they're all just like corny dads now. You know what I mean?
It's like when you see Chris Novoselic on stage.
Yes.
And he's got like top hats on now. Dude, it's so. I love watching that guy now.
He loves Trump.
Yeah. He's one of those guys. He wears like top hats and like steampunk shirts now. He wears like shiny purple shirts with spirals on them.
Because, dude, I guarantee you he was into that shit in the 90s too. People are like, yeah, that's cool, man. Oh,
yeah.
The Industrial Revolution is fucking crazy.
What's
dude.
the What's Going On, that music video?
Yes.
That's what he dresses like. Yeah, he dresses like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny, like the 90s, like I was watching this movie called Singles, which is all about like 90s grunge, and I was like, grunge was terrible. It was like just over, like you see why rock died, because like grunge was sort of born of like that like 80s alt rock, which is very cool, and then grunge is just like, it's a bunch of guys trying to be like, it's like they want to appear like soft and thoughtful while still singing like they have a huge cock.
Yes.
That is what the grunge voice is like. I'm alt, but like I fuck. You know?
Yeah, dude. What a burden that's got to be a soft guy with a hard
with
cock.
a huge cock.
Yeah, what a terrible thing to do.
It's hard, man. Yeah, you got to wear a newsy cap and fucking have white braids.
Everybody wants to fuck you, but the wind hurts. That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I'm glad I didn't fucking. I think I'm glad I wasn't a Gen Xer. I think like there's no way to escape the corniness of being a Gen Xer.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be hard for us to adjust soon. Like you guys are fucking doing your own thing, dude. This
no Zoomers are
skibbity toilet.
Yeah,
fucking,
well that's Gen Alpha though.
That's more Gen Alpha than
Z?
Zoomer.
I'm Gen Z. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm 01. I was born in 2001.
Oh yeah, okay, because I'm Gen Z. I'm the beginning of Gen Z.
And
Here's so Well, so I'm the only millennial here.
Yeah.
Because millennials, we've already kind of had to like reckon with our corniness. Because our
Yeah.
corniness was obviously like we were. It was the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
we massively miscalculated like what our cultural contribution might be worse than boomers.
Oh, for sure.
But-
yeah.
Your corniness was my first cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I like V-neck shirts,
Right. Yes.
ukuleles, shit like that.
Right. Yeah. Like sort of like the 2010s indie rock.
Exactly, or 2009 through 2011, like right before dubstep hit.
Like
was
so much of that shit is clearly just like it's like an even more maladjusted like Arrested Development than like Gen X.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, if you go back and you listen to Passion Pit,
Yeah.
which is like, and it's like a guy who's like I'm just a cute little guy.
Yeah.
Like that's so much indie rock, and it's
Yes.
like you can't do this.
yeah.
You can't just be a small bean making music.
Yeah, dude. Live Lava Live, Bright Eyes, fucking yeah, all that shit, dude. I don't know.
Gen Z just doesn't really have like a identity since there's like no monoculture.
Right.
Like everybody's just kind of on their own little island.
I think that's why you guys
super
are
disconnected.
like Gen Alpha. It's like they're gonna be fried. I feel like
Yeah.
Gen Z has the most self awareness.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like the millennials. I feel like I don't know. I see some millennials clinging to it, but I feel like those of us who have been humbled by how embarrassing we are, we're not gonna like boomers. Have held on to their culture. Like boomer culture is honestly still kind of dominant.
Sure.
Boomers will still be like the best band in the world is the Beatles.
Yeah.
Everything was better back in the day. I think millennials are already kind of like, we are kind of fucking cringe.
like, what did you have? Like,
Well, we had like Brooklyn indie rock.
Okay.
And that
Yeah.
was like, dude, when that was at its height, it felt like it was never going away.
yeah.
Like, what? Give me a specific band.
I would just like, for me, I know when I was in high school, it was like Animal Collective.
Okay.
All that, like basically like pitchfork indie bands, lo-fi,
Yeah.
all the aesthetics of like 2010 alternative music. We really thought like that was going to be like a cultural mainstay.
Yeah.
And it's not even a blip.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like it's so of its era. But when it was happening, I was like, oh no, this is like
this is our
Garage
Beatles.
Explosion or whatever,
yeah,
that
Garage
kind of
Exp-
thing.
It's like
Yeah.
adjacent to that. Yeah.
Okay, like Ty Segall would fall into
Yeah,
that.
although Ty Segall was even kind of sort of like to the left of like the more like
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay,
But
yeah, yeah.
yes, he's part of it. yeah.
Together Pangea.
Yes.
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 Okay. Yeah.
The first Bon Iver record.
Yeah.
you know?
Yes. Yeah. All right. I get you. Oh, wild, dude. Yeah. I don't know. Gen Z, we do have like kind of our selective pockets of like culture.
SpongeBob
wherever it
is huge, dude.
SpongeBob-
is ginormous.
SpongeBob
dude.
is
It's like-
ours. I do.
No,
I,
no. It's Gen Z.
Like the fucking this guy stinks.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Fucking.
Oh,
SpongeBob.
bro.
No, you
Wait,
can't.
this is
You can't.
this is
see-
crazy.
No,
Whoa,
no, no,
whoa,
no.
whoa.
You can't.
You
take
weren't even
SpongeBob, dude.
born, dude. When I remember watching the first episode of SpongeBob in
Yeah.
1999.
Yeah.
You weren't even.
We watched it on TV. We had all the DVDs.
So did
like-
I.
Yeah.
I had SpongeBob on Video Now. Do you even know what Video Now is?
Yeah, it was. Isn't that like the little PSP thing?
That's
Or-
not, well,
okay.
sort of. It was a little thing you could watch episodes of SpongeBob
On Game Boy, or?
It was its own thing. It was. I feel like a fucking old man. Video Now was its own
Yeah.
proprietary video player with its own cartridges, and you could watch SpongeBob in black and white at 12 frames a second.
Okay.
It was the closest we had. All right. Don't have SpongeBob is
No,
ours.
no, no,
You were in your dad's fucking nuts.
Okay, how old were you when it aired?
5 years old.
5
no,
years
no,
old?
no, no, no. I was 93. I was 6.
Okay.
You were 6?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you were at the
Wait,
end
SpongeBob
of
started in
SpongeBob.
'93.
SpongeBob started in 99.
Okay.
99.
Okay.
Look it up. Get
No,
your
no,
phone
you're
out.
right. No, I was
no,
confused.
no.
I knew it was 99. I got confused. You were born in 93.
You
It makes
motherfuckers.
sense.
I do feel like I'm 50 years old. I'm like, you're born on the internet. You think
Yeah.
you fucking know it
No,
all.
No, I understand now. All right.
Yeah.
But Gen Z, SpongeBob's huge among Gen Z. That's
SpongeBob is
undeniable.
big.
It's like the one show that we all watch.
For
and we all
sure.
quote, and it's like-
I guess truthfully for me, it's like my fonder, younger memories are like Rugrats and Our Real Monsters and all
for
that
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's
I
like-
had
it's like-
Rugrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you had reruns of Rugrats.
The regular show is huge too.
Regular,
yeah,
okay.
it's huge.
Regular
Adventure
show,
Time.
Adventure Time. Those are very.
Those are like
Gen Z.
giant.
So those are after my time.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like when regular show was on Cartoon Network, that was when I tapped out.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but brother, I was there for the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I
Right?
love those.
Those
yeah,
are
and
great.
then Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Goated,
that
dude.
one.
The
That
best
one.
show
Yeah,
ever,
yeah.
yeah.
The best show was Sheep in the Big City, which you cannot watch.
I've never heard of
it's,
that, yeah.
Bro, it's Sheep in the Big City is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to like purchase.
Because personally, I'm an Ed and Eddie guy.
Ed and Eddie's
Ed,
awesome.
and
Classics.
Eddie was peak. That was the top of the line.
Yeah.
For me, Ed and Eddie, SpongeBob, and Courage
Nice.
were the
Yeah,
were
for
the ones.
sure.
I remember my granddad, my mom's father, my granddad, who was like, we were like this. He was the best guy in the world. He loved Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, yeah?
And he loved it because he liked when Eustace would hit Courage. My grandfather would go, "What's that show that you watch?" Where he goes, "You stupid dog."
Yeah.
He was like, "Put on the You Stupid Dog show."
Dude, yeah, my
Dude.
grandpa, he thought SpongeBob was like the funniest shit in the world.
SpongeBob is
He thought
funny.
It was, no, it is so. I was rewatching it recently. It's like still holds up. Like
I-
that shit, it's so
it's
good.
solid. So
The-
does Ed and Eddie. Honestly,
Oh, for
like
sure,
a lot of them
yeah.
stay good.
Yeah, I remember the line. It's from the first season of SpongeBob that got a laugh out of everybody in the room. And that's when I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a huge show."
What was the line?
It's the episode where SpongeBob is going into people's dreams.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Mr. Krabs is trying to like catch that giant dollar, and he goes, "I'm talking about cold hard flipping cash." Whole family fucking cracked up, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, SpongeBob's
Dude,
goated.
SpongeBob's goated.
R.I.P. Steven Hillenburg.
Yeah.
But what's some other Gen Z shit? Like, I don't know, septum piercings?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
we had those.
I'm thinking
though.
video games right now. I'm trying to think.
I mean, video
Like
games.
Lego video games.
We had Lego, brother. We had
Fortnite.
fucking Lego video games.
Fortnite, I guess,
I mean-
is a little more Gen Alpha.
Fortnite's
Yeah.
Gen Alpha because
Yeah.
Fortnite's like in the last 10 years.
Yeah, and then, fucking, I don't know.
Well, Gen Alpha are getting fucked up on these like horror games. Gen Alpha are really weird because there are all these horror. There's like Five Nights at Freddy's was the first
Yeah.
one, and then there's
Which
like
that's kind of Gen Z too.
well,
Like,
Poppy's Playtime is like the Gen Alpha game,
Yeah.
which is sort of a spin-off. Not a spin-off, but it's like it's inspired by, and it's these games that are like geared. They're like scary and violent. They're horror games. They're geared toward an older audience. But Gen Alpha gets in. They watch like Let's Plays of them,
Yeah.
and then they watch a lot of like algorithm generated content of like the characters like being in love with each other.
It's so freaky.
So like
Yeah.
so like Poppy's Playtime has this monster that is like this like it looks like a Sesame Street monster, but it has like sharp bloody teeth and it's
Okay.
like blue. And you will see in East LA they sell dolls of this. Like there's not a Mexican child that doesn't have a Poppy's Playtime doll.
Really?
In like
God.
they have them with them in doctors' offices. They watch like Poppy's Playtime shit on their and it's
These
just
kids
nonsense.
are gonna be nuts.
Oh, they're fucked.
They're gonna be wild.
They're
dude.
nuts.
They're gonna be
It's-
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I would maybe argue that it's not entirely dissimilar from how they marketed like Freddy Krueger to kids
Yeah.
in the 80s.
Okay.
But it does feel less regulated. Like this is like just like AI generated
Well, the difference
content.
Well,
that,
it
like,
seems like the
teenagers-
internet created it. It
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
seem like something that like somebody marketed to kids.
Yeah.
It was like
It's
The weird thing is
it-
these kids are like, oh, I'm want to be friends with Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's like
Yeah,
in the
that's
game
crazy.
he kills you. Like there's
yeah.
no lore in the
Yeah.
game where he's friendly. It's like the game is just he kills you, and somehow they're like, I like him.
That's insane.
damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know
Yeah,
much
it's
about
zapped,
these kids.
dude.
I don't
They're
know.
zapped.
I don't know anything about Gen Alpha. I just know that like, you know, if they're more online than I ever was. And that's scary because I've been online. I've been pretty online.
Dude, I am online. Like I grew up online, but the way that these kids are online, you're like, whoa, my god, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You should not be able to just like give a kid an iPad.
No.
And just set him in the corner of the room. Like,
It's crazy.
It's evil, dude.
But parents
It's
love
evil.
that. dude.
Yeah.
And Coco Melon is like pornographic.
At the same time, I like sniffed paint. You know, so it's like how much? I don't know.
No, I'm gonna love. I think that's safer than having an iPad.
Oh,
You
for
think so?
sure.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would rather my kids do drugs than like have an iPad at a young age.
Okay, because I can't tie my shoes right.
I
is
saw-
what
I
I
know,
I
found
found
out.
that out, dude.
Yeah. I went to a movie the other day, and there was like a mom who brought her kids with, and the kids didn't want to go inside and watch the movie because they couldn't play their iPad inside and watch it, so they just sat outside. and played on their
Wow.
iPad while their parent was inside watching the movie.
Dude, we went to
Damn.
see when I was the first year I was in LA. My parents came out. And my dad wanted to go see like Captain America: Civil War, so
Yeah.
we all went out as a family. And this lady had her kids in there. We're watching. It's a big movie.
Yeah.
And she just has them on their iPads full blast, and like
Jesus.
Wow.
because multiple people had to be like, "Yo, can you like turn those off or take that?" And she like got pissed. She was like, "Why don't you mind your own business?" It's like, well,
Yeah.
it's not cheap to see
That
a
stuff's
fucking movie
crazy.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that is, and I'm just like, how like you don't realize that this is like bad for your kid?
Yeah.
You're just like overstimulating it all the time, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had self-love like that though, to get mad at strangers when I ruin their night.
Yeah.
Like that's like I don't know. I don't like me, and I think if I ruin somebody's night, I'd think about it forever.
Yeah.
But to like brush it off and then get mad at them for interrupting your good night when you're ruining theirs, that's perfect. That's nirvana.
Because it's like she must really hate her kids, right?
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Is like,
Or she just loves her.
or she just loves it. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
more than her kids.
She's like, okay, I have the perfect solution for me not being able to do what I want to, and that's to make my children retarded. is to expose my kids to porn.
Yes.
If I just make them drool on themselves and never cut their fingernails, I get to drink mimosas and put out cigarettes on myself.
Next time I let them out of the house,
people.
maybe they don't come back. Maybe they haven't developed those survival skills.
If I ever have kids, I'm just gonna make them retarded and leave the doors open all the time.
Yep.
Just live next to a busy street.
My kid's going in the VR headset right away. It'll be like the Matrix. He's born and he's immediately plugged in.
Dude.
I'll use him to power my my fucking. I don't
Dude,
know
it's
what.
freaky. My dad bought a VR headset just out of nowhere.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I called him the other
Oh,
day.
no.
It's bad, dude. He's got an Oculus Quest.
Let me tell you something.
No, yeah.
Dads are doing one thing in VR, dude. We know what dads are up to in VR.
Dude, I'll call him and I'll be like, he's like, here, sorry, I'm playing golf right now. Can I call you back later?
Oh.
It's bad,
Siri,
dude.
find Paula Poundstone naked.
My uncle brought because my uncle works for Apple and he brought over like the Apple VR headset in the summer last year. And my mom just sent me a picture of my dad wearing a VR headset. I was like, get it away from him. You don't want to open the seal on this.
Yeah, it's bad, dude. It's bad. I was showing him how to use it, and I'm like, this is bad that I'm doing this.
No, don't do that. That's like, dude,
It was Christmas. I didn't want to make him sad, But I'm like, this is bad, dude.
that's like giving a child a pair of scissors. And you're like, yeah, you can play with this,
It was
dude.
funny. He was like using it, and he accidentally clicked into an online lobby with like a voice chat, and they could hear what we were saying, and I could see him like freak out because he's never been in a voice chat before.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he never was like played NW2 when he was 9 and got called slurs.
Right.
Like he's never had that experience. This is like a new horizon for him.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's what's so funny is like growing up, my parents were always like, get off the computer, and now parents are just on the computer,
Obsessed, yeah.
They're like they are. You took my Game Boy Advance away from me. And, the iPhone is the Game Boy Advance for mom and dad.
Oh
dude.
yeah, for sure. It's
I
worse.
used to have to beg my dad to stop looking at his phone while driving, and because I was scared for my life.
I still have to do that. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Well, there's good stuff on the phone.
yeah.
And also, I think dads don't have friends, so they're just like way more they have like a way higher tendency to get into stuff that ruins their brain. Because
Oh yeah, for sure.
my dad's big thing is like guns, and he
Yeah.
hangs out with like ex-military guys, and now he's like super paranoid and open carry, or he concealed carries, and like almost shot a guy in a Safing White parking lot because he got scared. He didn't almost shoot him, but he was like he's carrying a gun and scared in a
He
parking
definitely
lot.
imagined
Like,
shooting him.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just there's like a I think you can't just be like not having friends for that long, because otherwise
Yeah.
you're gonna get a VR headset and then get into voice chats and like make friends with 17-year-olds. I don't know. If my dad ever called something based, I'd just fucking kill myself,
Yeah.
dude.
Dudes, there was this YouTube channel for a while where this guy would go into VR chat and he would like they're very cool. They're like he would do these like I don't know. I would describe it as like cinema verita, like interviews with these people. A lot of them who are like, some of them are like war veterans, but he would just like come up to them based on their avatar. It's like, oh, how come you're Piglet? And the guy's like, I lost both my legs in Fallujah. It's like, and they're amazing. Like it's like soft white underbelly, but like in VR.
Yeah.
And we were on VR chat 2 Christmases ago, me and my buddy Tim, and some of the like it is crazy. They have these like rooms in VR chat where it's like it's a perfect recreation of Kmart in 1997.
Wow.
Yes, that was my reaction.
Damn.
And like you fully, it's like, dude, you're in there. I'm like, it's exactly like they have like the accurate clothes. They have the accurate shit that was like on sale at that time.
Really?
I mean, it's because it's like, I guess it's like what do you call it? Like many people can contribute to it. So everybody's like bringing different things that they remember and different things they're crafting, like textures.
So
and
it's
stuff.
early internet again.
Yeah, except you're fucking in it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm like, I cannot get one of these because this is like my heroin.
No, it's scary, dude. During COVID, I got like a Vive, and I fell in, dude.
Yeah,
you can fall in.
We
dude.
know about your GTA.
Yeah. Dude, you can fall in, dude. I was like playing poker for like 4 hours a day.
Damn, God.
It was bad. Dude.
Yeah, I got a Switch in COVID, and I 100% at Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah,
but that was as bad as it got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I went Breath of the Wild and then all the Dark Souls was my move.
And you got addicted to fucking virtual sword play.
Yes, I am. I'm big into it. I like swords. I like knights.
Yeah.
Gaming kind of makes me sick now. Like I don't know.
Does it? I can't like. It's weird. I gotta find the right game.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll put a game on and like I'll literally like if I put a game on that I'm not clicking with, I'll fall asleep holding the controller.
Yeah.
But if a game like gets me,
Yeah.
it can be really like if I finish a game. Like I had this with Resident Evil 4, where like I finished it and I was like, that was a saddest. Like I feel like it was like reading a good book or watching a good movie.
Sure.
Same thing with like or anything Kojima makes. I'm like, this is like food for the mind.
For sure.
Okay.
But
there's like 15 games like that total.
I know, but you got to find them.
Yeah.
Well, but I also like old like 16-bit games.
Oh yeah,
and
me
you
too.
can find
yeah,
good ones
for
of those.
sure.
But,
yeah.
But no, you have to curate your gaming experience.
For sure.
Let me check the time. How you doing on time, Noah?
I got 10 minutes. Sorry, Lily's just texted me. I've got the keys.
Oh, you got to let her in?
I don't think she's here yet, but I just got to prop the door for her.
I think we're probably
Chilling
good.
on
We're
time.
over an hour, so.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah.
All right.
Good
great.
episode,
Good
guys.
episode,
Good
guys.
stuff.
We'll be back next week. Ben will be here the whole time next week. All right, see you guys. Peace.